Hi, welcome to the Video Club. I'm Lucy Parker. Come on in. This is our video lab. As you see, it's a pretty good sized room here. We have a bunch of PC computers, some Mac computers, tables here for classes, and this is also used for our monthly general meetings. We put in chairs. And we have another facility as part of this for capturing old media, and you'll see that too.
Hey Lucy, how old is the Video Club?
We were founded in 1989, so we're almost 30 years, 29 years old.
That is amazing.
Yeah. We have about 150 members, give or take. Sometimes it's higher than that. And we have a lot of fun.
How long have you been a member?
About 8 years. And I was president in 2014, and you were a past president too,
Yeah.
Scott, as I recall.
We've got our battle scars.
Yeah, we do.
What's the most fun for you as far as being an important member of the Video Club?
Well, I think it's learning this technology. I think it's a really important technology. My background was in public relations and journalism, and I'm basically a writer. I do a lot of graphic design. I do a lot of still photography, and I've done that professionally for many years. But I didn't know how to do video, and it's not something you can just figure out. You do need some help, and that's what I've gotten here. It's a whole new thing has opened to me by being here.
And then every year you have your annual gala. And how did you do this year with as far as the videos?
Well, I was lucky. That was fun. It was our 8th annual banquet. We have a big banquet. We call it our Academy Awards banquet. We have a red carpet and get all dressed up. And we enter the annual short video contest, and the top 10 entries are shown. They're 4 minutes long, so that takes about 40 minutes. And then the people there vote on them, the members there vote and select the winner. And yes, I was lucky. I won this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was some techniques I've learned here in the club. It was a film type thing. It was a story with a cast and lines and so on.
Really?
Lit, multi-camera, So that was fun.
That was a proud moment, I bet.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I had my cast here, so they enjoyed that.
Was the competition stiff this year?
We had some other good stuff, yeah. We had travel things and interview things, a lot of good stuff. Actually, that is just about to be put on YouTube, and in June, it's going to be, all 10 of the things will be broadcast on Channel 6. Suzanne Savalov, one of our members, has edited that together into a nice video. This is our Capture Center, named in honor of Marvin Green, one of our past longtime president of the club. And it's a real nice service for the residents. It's all free. You can come and do your own. We don't do it for you. We'll show you how to do it, and we'll help you with anything you need. But here, for example, many people have VHS tapes, and we have 2 stations where you can play your VHS tape and transfer it to a DVD. So
if you've got stuff from the 80s or 90s,
oh, yeah,
you can just bring it in here and can digitally convert it to a DVD.
Yeah, not for commercial stuff, but your family stuff, any non-commercial material you can copy here. And over here, many people have the old digital 8 and high 8 tapes that they shot in the old days. And so we have a station where you can capture those tapes and put them, make them into digital files, which again you can edit into a new film with music and sound and narration, or you could just play them as they are. We also have we can capture cassette tapes and long play records the same way. And this area is where we do slides and reflective pictures, any other document that you might want to scan in this.
Well, that's really helpful, I
Yeah,
bet.
the
If you're
scanner.
trying to make a documentary or digitize your slides, this is a great station.
Right, and so many people have thousands of slides. This is a carrier. We do 16 at a time. And you capture them here and again into digital JPEG files that you can put, you can put them in Google Photos or.
Do you have to take a class in order to learn how to do all this?
No, actually, we'll show you. It's not that hard. And the last thing we have in here, which is very convenient, is a DVD or CD copier, and it can make up to 7 copies of any master that you need.
So if you've got a DVD and you want to make copies for your family and friends,
Yeah,
you
can
can do
that.
it right here?
Right, and we will sell you, basically at cost, the blank DVDs, or bring your own, and then there's no charge.
That's
So
a
we'll show you
great
how to do
service.
that. Yeah, happy to help.
Wow.
A lot
okay.
of a lot of residents like to do that. This is our our equipment rental, and we don't charge for it. We have some consumer level
No kidding.
cameras
So
here.
if you've got a party or something and you want to shoot
Exactly.
some video,
If you want to shoot video, these do high definition, very high quality. They're real, but they're very, very simple. They're a Canon camera. One of the nice things about it is they do take a microphone if you know how to do that. But the sound on the camera is pretty good.
you have to lay down a check with a deposit.
Yeah, exactly. You do. We have tripods and a few other accessories, and it usually is somewhere in the neighborhood of $300. But you get your check back.
Nice.
And we started this about 2-3 years ago because people were coming, clubs were coming, individuals were coming. They had parties, they had events, and they wanted us to record it. And we didn't have anybody to do it, and we just didn't know what to do. We hated to send them away. And so we have, I think, 3 of these. We have an action camera similar to a GoPro, which has been popular. But what's happened, and residents do use it, but our members use it more than our residents because they try out these cameras and see what they might want to get, or they need them for certain projects. The video lab is open Monday through Tuesday through Friday from 1 to 4, so 4 days a week. And supervisors are there every afternoon to help you with whatever video project you may want to do. So Jim and I are the Thursday supervisors, and this is Jim Roars, and he just got a new camera.
Yeah, it's a big improvement over my older series camera that was more like a consumer camera. This is called a prosumer. It has all the features that a professional camera has, but it's still regarded as partially consumer. It's not quite to the complete professional, but it's good enough for what I'm going to be doing. Big improvement. And then I incorporate a dolly with it, which makes it much easier during a shoot to get a fresh camera angle without having to start and stop. And overall, I think it's going to be a big advantage into some of the promotional videos I've been making.
So how has being a member of the video club changed your life, Jim?
Well, I had a lot of training in web design and graphics and did a lot of home videos, but this tied it all together with people that had the expertise to show how I could integrate all those bits of training and have a better output.
And then how long have you lived in Laguna Woods?
Oh, about 2 years now. It's been a real pleasant change. I enjoy living here. It's a little less energy level than being in some of the other places you might live.
And how is living in Laguna Woods Village helping you thrive?
Well, places like this don't exist anywhere else, especially considering it's more or less free. Can't beat that.
And the video club, what do you love about the video club?
Well, it's nice to help people, and you also find yourself learning new things. Whenever you help somebody, you always learn something.
Hey, let's go see the studio.
Okay, good.
I love the studio.
We are so lucky to have a facility like this.
No kidding.
How many retirement communities would have something like a
I bet you very
studio?
few.
It's really amazing.
You see, there's Clubhouse 2 right up there.
Yeah.
And Pool 2 is right here.
That's where we are. We're located beside Clubhouse 2,
There's video audio studio.
between Clubhouse 2 and the pool,
Yeah,
and
here we
Gate
go.
12. And here it is, a little messy, but we have...
The working studio.
It
Come
is
on.
a working studio. Here we have 2 sets. Here's our initial set. We
Nice.
did a lot of interviews. And over here, a more recent addition is a green screen set, which, as you probably know, I know you know, but many people know that instead of the green screen, in the editing, you can add whatever you want.
You can be anywhere in the world.
It could be anywhere in the world.
Or
You could
the
have
universe.
a video, you could have a drawing, you could have still pictures, whatever you want.
And this is totally professional. I've used it many times. It's
Yeah.
great.
And the last part of this is our control booth. Now, we're hoping we're in discussion with VMS and GRF to expand our facilities to have a soundproof control booth. But
Nice.
Right now, this is what we have. It's a TriCaster mixer, which allows us to have a multi-cameras and graphics coming in.
Just like they do on TV, right?
It is. Take camera 1, take camera 2, and then we have a soundboard here. And all of us, this was not my background. I've had to learn, and most of us, very few of us, had the professional training. We are very lucky that we have a few who have a professional background, but anyway, we're all learning to use it. Who uses this studio, you may ask? And the answer is Video One. It's a fairly new group of, we have over 30 people on the list, maybe somewhere between 15, 12, sometimes more show up for our meetings. We meet twice a month, first and third Fridays, and we plan and actually work on video projects. Each project has a producer. These are things you can't do alone. Projects that take a team to work on. We owe a huge debt to Tom Nash, whom we'll meet tomorrow. He taught video production for 30 years at Biola University, and he's very generously shared all this knowledge.
He has a lot of expertise he's willing to share with everybody, right?
He does, and another professional who's joined us is John Kelly and his wife Alexandra, who run a video production company, and they don't feel, oh, I don't want to work with these amateurs at all. They are happy to share their knowledge, and they've been extremely helpful.
So we're talking to Steve Carmen, the president of the Video Club. And Steve's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. He's smart, he cares about people, and he's done an amazing job for into your 4th year as president of the Video Club.
4 years,
right,
that's right, yep.
So, how do you feel about it all? I mean, you put a lot of work into this club. What's it feel like to get this club to be so great?
I am amazed at how people have responded, how we grew the Video One team from within by simply promoting some of the higher end uses of equipment, camera, lighting, sound. And so we put a team together recognizing that to do a production you need all aspects of that. And so I feel it's been a phenomenal success in the sense that while we didn't set out and put the steps in order saying this is what we're going to do, it just grew because people enjoyed it. I think they are thriving, if you will, by working with one another, and I sometimes think some of the history began with thinking too small. We were teaching people the basics, and they said, okay, now we've got the basics, what's next? And along came Dr. Tom Nash and all of his training on the details of the more advanced cameras and lighting, and we got the switcher. All of that equipment had to be taught. And so the people have just picked up on that and have been making wonderful videos for other clubs, for people just producing videos to capture their family legacy, all kinds of purposes.
All right, I'm here with Tom Nash, and Tom has taught at the university level, and he's been in the village how many years now, Tom?
5.
5 years. And you've done a tremendous amount of work for the Video Club. Talk about how awesome our studio is and what you offer for the community.
Well, I've worked in the commercial industry, and I've worked at the college level, and I would say that our studio is not a Hollywood studio, but it's a very good studio for a club like this. We have the ability to do just about anything that you can do in Hollywood.
And what kind of classes are you offering for villagers?
Well, I offer, over a year's time, I offer quite a range of classes. Some of the basics, like how to operate the camera, and video editing is probably our single most popular class, but classes in lighting and sound, and we offered a class in animation last year, which was a lot of fun. We'll probably do that again. So there's a wide range.
And why do you think the Video Club is important to village life?
Well, for 2 reasons. One, it's a lot of fun for those of us who are involved, and finally, at this time in our lives, we have a little bit of time an opportunity to do those things we dreamed about doing all those years. And then the other thing is that it's with Channel 6, it's an opportunity for us to serve the community, to get information about what's happening here out on the air, and we have fun in doing it at the same time.
And today, Video One is meeting. Talk about Video One.
Well, Video One is a group that came out of a class, actually, in studio production. And a bunch of people in the class was over said, well, let's just form a little group and start doing video production. And they did, and it's caught on. It has a life of its own. It keeps getting bigger, and we take on all kinds of projects and do them and have fun again.
How many people are involved in Video One?
Well, I think we probably have about 15 to 20 at most of our meetings, more than that on our mailing list.
And what kind of projects does Video One actually tackle?
A very wide range. We do things for broadcast on Channel 6, and we do things for clubs. We do things because people want to do them.
And how is it helping you thrive, Tom, to be part of this organization?
Well, it's fun to find a place where I can plug in and use some of my skills. You know, when your career and your teaching career was in the field of video, typically you don't have a studio in your backyard or whatever, and so to have these tools available is great.
All right. Now we're going to go in a second because you've got a meeting going on.
Right.
What exactly happens in these Friday meetings?
Well, we do a check on the progress on the various projects that we have going, and people pitch ideas for new projects. So we've always got a number of projects happening and new projects on the line coming online.
And are you looking for, if villagers want to kind of find out more about Video One, what do you recommend?
Well, all you need is interest in the topic and a willingness to show up here on Fridays. We do the first and third Fridays at 1 o'clock here in the studio. And you don't have to have any experience, but if you're interested and want to take part and want to learn, it's fun. You should come.
All right, so I'm talking to John Kelly, and John Kelly is a really important member of the Video Club because you've got your own video production company for the last 30 years, right?
Yes, we operated at Newport Beach. My wife and I had a production company for 30 years, and when we joined the village 2 years ago, it just seemed an obvious connection to us to be members of the Video Club, and through the Video Club, we found the Video One group, which is in essence the production arm of the Video Club.
And what do you think of the Video Club? Why is the Video Club important to the village?
It adds a level of services that most of us grandpas and grandmas want, which is recording family, archiving. Just remember, we have a lot of knowledge between us, the people in the Video One group especially. We have people that worked in Hollywood, we have professional writers, we have people like us that operated a video production company. There's a lot of free knowledge to be had to anybody. If you have an idea that you want to get on film, on video, this is the place to come because you've got the people that can pull it off.
And how is being a member of this village and the Video Club helping you thrive?
It's helping me thrive by letting me use this knowledge that I spent 30 years learning and still apply it. That you're just not an old fart somewhere sitting on a couch watching endless golf. You're using these skills that you've spent years building up. And I meant really spent years. We had so many changes in our trade in the last 3 decades.
Yeah.
Everything from going from tape-based stuff to now all digital, and you have to constantly keep learning and keep on top of it. So it keeps your mind alive.
And are you loving living here in Laguna Woods?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot, you know. I think it is. It's organized for us, for retirees. It provides an incredible amount of services. It's very pretty. You know, where we are down in the south end of the valley now. And it's just a great place to live. I mean, and the prices relative to the rest of Orange County are quite fair, quite reasonable.
And for somebody that wants to get involved with the Video Club, what would you recommend?
I would recommend pulling out your checkbook and writing us the $20 check, which will make you a member for the year. And from that point on, just turn up at the meetings and get involved. If someone's got a project and that sounds fun to you, say, hey, I'll help you. You don't have to know anything. Everybody's going to walk you through it. You're going to learn stuff. You're going to stay involved. You're going to be surprised at how digital technology is making this a democratic procedure. 50 years ago, you needed a camera, film camera, you needed a big editing suite, you needed all sorts of stuff. I'm getting filmed today by a man holding a telephone, and that's really what it is these days. It's easier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Phil Duran, and I've been living in the village for 10, 15 years. And I was here a long time before I even knew about the video club. And for some reason I was wandering around here and I happened to open a door, and there I found a full-fledged, state-of-the-art production set. Okay. And I had spent some years in Hollywood working on sets and working on TV shows, and it was like suddenly like coming home. And a movie studio or a TV studio is just about the best gift you could ever give a little kid. So I immediately got to work thinking what I could do here, and I wound up doing a senior version of the dating game called Never Too Late to Date. And even if you're not interested in making a television show, you could come in here and learn how to make better home movies. Your vacation pictures, your kids' graduation, really make them pop, because the people here know what they're doing and know how to work the stuff.
And how is being a member of the video club helping you thrive?
I think it allows me the ability to, if I want to make something, I can. The equipment is here, the people are here, and it's just up to whatever strikes my fancy. If I have an idea for a short thing, for a big thing, I can try to do it. I can write a script and get it shot. And it's very creative to know that you can have the ability. I mean, people who are good with wood have a wonderful workshop for all the various tools and everything you could think of. So we have something equal for our interests.
And you're teaching a class. Talk about the class you're teaching in June.
Well, this summer I'm teaching a screenwriting workshop, and it's called Screenwriting for Fun and Profit, of which there is none, but there is satisfaction by writing something that you're really proud of, that you're happy with, even if you're the only one who thinks so. Writing is a great life if you like to suffer, but if you want to express yourself, there's a lot of ways to do it. And there's a lot of clubs in this village that deal with writing. The Publishers Club, the Writers Club. Right now, it must be 5 or 6 different things. But I'm the only one that's actually doing video and TV script kind of stuff. So as you can see in this village, there's a great deal of diversity and a great deal of a lot of people who worked in the business for real, retired here, but don't want to necessarily go back to the business, but still are hankering to have the fun of it, the excitement, and that. So it's a lot to offer.
So what are you getting out of the Video One group? How's it helping you?
Well, what's helping me is to have a team of people that I can exercise my creativity with, because I have lots of ideas for production things and creative video making, and I love having a team of people to work with, because it's no fun doing it alone. So we always bounce ideas off of each other, and it's just that dialogue that goes on, the fun that we have together, sharing ideas and watching some interesting things. We've been filming a lot of interesting people here in the village, and it's just amazing who actually lives here. There's some really amazing people in this village. Previous Hollywood people, NASA scientists. I mean, just it goes on and on. So I really enjoy participating in helping to bring those kind of opportunities for us to see on our Channel 6.
Tell me who you are.
I'm June Rose Davis.
And you've got a great project going. Let's hear about your project.
Well, it's called the Grandmother Trees of Laguna Woods. And I'm talking about, I was inspired by the sycamore down at Liso Creek, and also there's a giant pepper tree. It's kind of a mysterious tree. Nobody knows where it came from because it wasn't planted. It's been there for a couple 100 years. And I'm talking about the qualities of trees and how trees really benefit our lives.
They do. This is a wonderful place, isn't it?
It
With all
is.
the trees.
And all of these trees, we have 35,000 trees here, and they've all been planted in the last 55 years, which is amazing. And I think we have one of the most outstanding collections of trees anywhere.
We do. And how's the video club helping you achieve this dream of doing a 30-minute documentary about our trees?
Well, they give me access to the equipment, and without the equipment, I couldn't do this project. And people are contributing their time because I couldn't afford to pay people to participate in this project.
Are you having fun?
Oh yes, it's really fabulous, and I'm really getting connected to trees. You know, they're inspiring.
And how is being a part of the video club and doing this documentary, how is it helping you thrive as a person?
Well, I used to be in the business in New York. I worked on television commercials, and I really missed that. And this gives me a chance to get back into that exciting, inspiring business.
And for people who've never been to the video club, can you give people advice as far as, you know, what they ought to maybe do in order to maybe check out the club?
Well, most people use the club to make home videos, to transfer their old film pieces to video, and then create a real movie, give it music and voiceover, and they're having a fabulous time. That's why most people join the club.
But they could make a documentary like you're doing if
They
they have
could.
a passion, right?
Yeah, it's quite complex. And
talk about Video One. What's it like? There must have been 15 people in there. What's it like to be a part of that group?
oh, it's very stimulating, very exciting. And they have all sorts of projects that people are getting involved in, and it's a very creative process, and it gets your creative juices flowing.
Which keeps you going, right?
Yes, it's a great challenge.
I'm wishing you all kinds of luck on that movie. I'm sure it's going to be excellent.
Thank you.
All right, trying to get quiet on the set. It's a little bit noisy in here. They're having way too much fun. They've got all kinds of food and beverages. There we go. So, Jeannie,
Hi.
Tell us what you're doing here.
Well, one thing I do is teach a class called Smile for the Camera. And it's a performance class helping people to smile for the camera. And it's a 4-week class. Is it a 4-week class? I forget. 3-week class. It's a class. And in the class, people learn how to slate and say their name to the camera. And they learn how to be bubbly and believable and give interviews. And it's fun.
And why are you thriving? How is being part of Video One and the Video Club, how's it helping you thrive?
Well, because I'm involved in production and television, and it helps me to get with people who are also doing the same thing.
Yeah, you look like you're pretty extroverted to me.
Oh, no, I'm very shy.
What advice would you give to people out there watching this in the village who might want to learn how to smile and get involved and maybe get in front of the camera? What advice do you have for them?
Come over, join in. And a lot of nice people, well, except for the one on the end. It's not too You have to put up with him. But yeah, come over, and a lot of nice people. We have fun. We do shoots here. People, Tom has a show that goes on camera and goes on Channel 6 Village TV, and you learn a lot.
And what's the biggest thing you've learned?
Oh, about the class or about...
Just being a part of this whole reality here. Is there anything that you've learned?
Well, I've learned more about production. Yeah, production, and more about being on camera and teaching about being on camera.
And why is the Video Club important to the village?
Well, I think it's important to get the residents involved and to put their hearts and lives out there and on camera to say, well, what are we doing here in the village? Is it fun? What are the people doing, like your Thrive show? It's important.
It is important, huh?
Yes, I think so.
All right, are we having fun tonight?
Yeah.
It looks like it.